just about everybody. All right. Well, everyone, that is the Park Street Church. It was built in 1809, and it was what you would call a congregational church, which is an offshoot of the Puritans. If any of you have ever attended Sunday school, well, the first Sunday school in America was right here. It's where that tradition began. And if you have ever sung the song, "My Country 'Tis of Thee," well, that was sung for the very first time on the front steps of this church, back on July 4th, 1831, by a group of school children. And during the War of 1812, they hid dynamite in the basement. A couple of months ago, there's a man on my tour, and he asks me a question. Is it still there? And I replied, you go look. Can't tell you for sure, but I've always tiptoed gingerly around the church. But I'll tell you, who's going to look in the basement of a church for ammunition? Great place to hide it, and the church is still standing, so I guess things worked out well. And this is the Park Street T station. We call our subway system the T. The reason this station is of particular importance is this is the very first subway stop in the United States. Subways began in Boston back in the year of 1897. First stop right here. And the reason for a subway was because of this neighborhood. This is downtown Boston. Back in Victorian times, on any given day, you'd have tens of thousands of people milling about. It was chaos. So they had to relieve the congestion. They started digging here. They went halfway down the street. That's when they had to stop digging because they hit something. Dead people. Lots of them. Oh, geez, you got Puritans and Revolutionary soldiers, unknowns. So they had to reinter the bodies. Now, here was the next thing, is they're bringing up the bodies. Well, here they are on display, and in those days you could make a heck of a lot of money selling body parts to medical schools. We have a lot of those. And people were running up and taking what they could. Well, finally, after they finished with that debacle, they continued digging down to Boylston Street to build the next station. That's when tragedy struck. There was a gas leak, and the gas leak would meet with a spark, and dozens were killed, others injured. And I will tell you, if you are into ghost hunting of any sort, that station down there is on the top 10 list of most haunted places in this city. Quite often, people who work down there, they're going to see Victorians crossing the tracks, walking into the walls. Others have seen a Revolutionary soldier standing on the tracks holding a musket. And let me tell you this, the trains that run downstairs today run just about as fast as they did in 1897. I know this is a fact. I took the train in today. I'm not here yet. That's how bad the service truly is. And if you've ever wanted to know what 1897 smelled like, take a trip down into the Park Street station. This is why we call Boston the walking city. Stay above ground and enjoy the oxygen. It's a souvenir. Well, we're gonna head up the path, about half a block, to one of my favorite spots. It's a beautiful place, for we are about to walk amongst 5,000 of the deceased. We are going to see some very famous names while we're up there, and I'll spread a little gossip. So here we go.